Hey guys, Amir Ryder here with my good friend Andres Bloomer, COO of Aguila. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Aguila, very close.
Aguila. So I had the pleasure of meeting Andres through a good friend and customer of ours in the HR technology space. He said you have to meet this guy, you really like him, and he was right. We hit it off. We're both solving problems in different countries. Tell us a little bit about the problem you're solving, because it's a big issue. I think the one stat that stood out to me was that almost 90% of the entry-level employees here are spending 2 to 3 hours in transportation to get to and work from. What's the problem you're fixing, and how are you fixing it?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting to think of, especially for people coming from the United States. One of the patterns you see, it's consistent throughout the majority of the major cities in Latin America, is that the governments have failed to provide adequate public transportation systems that really work and that are functional for all the different socioeconomic levels of the society. So we're here in Bogota right now, and Bogota is no exception to this reality. You know, there's 10 million people here, the same population as New York City, but there's no subway, there's no metro, there's no train.
Yeah.
There is a bus system here, but it really falls short as being a real adequate public transport solution, for all the people. So the consequences of that reality are very significant, both from an environmental standpoint, from an overall societal productivity standpoint, but probably most importantly, as you mentioned, the vast majority of people in Colombia and in a lot of these countries living in major cities are spending between 4 and 5 hours per day inside one of these buses or inside one of these systems, and it's actually, in most cases, it's a very poor service. A lot of cases uncomfortable and unsafe. So it's a really massive problem. So in Aguila, we started this business in 2015 to empower people to have a better quality of life with a better, decent commute.
Yeah, so we're going to become a customer of Comcast.
I hope so.
Just for any entrepreneur out there that is watching this, what advice would you give for somebody who is born in the States, educated in the States, and is opening a business in a different country? Because that's no easy feat. I've gone through it. You speak Spanish, so it's a little easier for you.
Yeah.
Any advice?
I think one big piece of advice, if you're operating in a different country, in a different language, in a different culture, you're definitely going to want local partners.
Yeah.
So if you can manage to find yourself a co-founder that knows how to navigate the cultural landscape here, that has relationships here, it's certainly going to save you, a ton of time. I would also encourage people to not assume that the problems and challenges that you see in the U.S. are the exact same in these other countries, right? You kind of come with a different mindset from another country, but the set of challenges in Colombia or in whatever country you might be in might be, totally different.
So Andres Bloomer, guys, helping people regain time, safety, and environment all at once. And some piece of advice: find a local partner if you're going to operate in a different country. Andres, really proud of what you're doing, man.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, appreciate
Thanks for
everything,
listening.
man.